like to sing you a song that was written in the modern day by a chap called Martin Graeber, this is a very good connection. He's done a lot of work on the Baring-Gould archive, and he's taken a lot of Baring-Gould's famously dreadful handwriting and made it legible so we can get our hands on even more songs. In fact, only about 20 years ago now, they found even more songs that Baring-Gould had collected that we didn't know about previously in the attic in Killerton House. And he left it to his friends the Acklands, and then it got all forgotten about. So we've got even more songs, which is brilliant. And so Martin's transcribed all these, and first of all he put them on the wonderful medium of microfiche. But now thankfully he discovered computers. It's a bit more accessible. But Martin was also a wonderful songwriter himself, and he was doing some work in the museum in Exeter back in the 70s, and he came across some old copies of the Western Morning News from about 150 years ago. And in these copies, they had asked local women to write in about their day-to-day lives, and they published them like a diary. And he found a piece that was written in by a Honiton lace worker, and she had written in about her day-to-day life. And he was so taken with what she wrote that he took her words and he put them into a song. And obviously he's had to change them a little bit to make it rhyme, but essentially it's the words of a real-life lady, so I find it quite exciting to sing it knowing that. And in my ignorance, I imagined lace making was a lovely, genteel kind of trade. But no, it was very grueling work, and Honiton lace is famous for its particularly intricate patterns, and I don't think it was particularly well paid, and these ladies often ended up with terrible hunchbacks because they would spend all day trying to get the best life that they could to work these intricate patterns. Often they didn't live in Honiton. It was sort of outlying villages, and then you went into Honiton to get your next bit of work and went home again. But anyway, the song tells it all. And so this is simply called Honiton Lace. My name is Becky Tidwell, and I'm past twice 30 years. I crave a little of your time to tell of me hopes and fears. I am a single lady, and I think it no disgrace, for my life's been spent in honest toil, working the Honiton lace. A cottage near to Axminster is the place that I call home. My father left it to me, and it's the one thing that I own. I rise each morning at the dawn, when the sun first shows his face, for that is when the light is best for working the Honiton lace. At 9 o'clock I go down to the shop and I take me work. My friends are gathered there and we can spend some time in talk. We gets paid off in tokens we can use just in that place, for their value is but 5p for a day at the Honiton lace. Then Mr. Groves he gives to me a pattern for to do. Sometimes there is a harder piece that must be done by two. So me and Bridget Harvey, we sits in a window case, and we spend a pleasant day a chatting and working the Honiton lace. Now once there was a young man who spoke kindly unto me, but he became a soldier, he was lost in the crimey. He was me only suitor, and no one has took his place, and so never for myself I'll work a veil of the Honiton lace. But sometimes when the night draws on, I'll let me bobbins fall, and I'll think the piece I'm working on some lady at a ball. So all you London ladies whose fine clothes are worked as greys, just you think honest Devonshire women who dressed you in your fine Honiton lace.